I understand you have some good news about the recidivism rate in South Carolina. What is it?
We're the lowest recidivism in the country. We're at just over 17%. So, that is only 17% of the people returning to prison within 3 years. And it really is a big factor in tax savings. With the rate that we had 10 years ago, we would have another level 3 prison with about another 1,000 prisoners. So we're down 1,000 or more folks that would be back here if we hadn't been working with agencies like yours to make sure people safely transition back to society, gainfully employed, and staying out of trouble.
Fabulous. How does the Department of Corrections help the formerly incarcerated?
We start while they're incarcerated, obviously. We start with programs that we have, like at Manning, where we work with y'all something simple as explaining incarceration, how to tie a tie, how to dress for an interview, explain what you've done since you've been incarcerated. I made bad choices when I was younger, but this is what I've done since I've been incarcerated. I've worked, I've got my GED, I've learned what it's like to show up for a job and actually participate. That sets the standard for when they leave. Y'all then come in and help them find those jobs and help them find those opportunities when they leave.
It's a privilege to work with you in the Department of Corrections, but you have a few questions for me as well.
I do. What does low recidivism mean for South Carolina's workforce?
For us in South Carolina, it's good news because we'll have the potential to regain or gain new applicants that are sorely needed by our employers in the state. We have over 100,000 job openings right now, and we view opportunities and see opportunities for so many people in South Carolina, including those that have served their time and are ready to re-enter as citizens in our workforce.
That's great. I know when I talk with a lot of people that are employing folks that have left prison, they're very happy with their work ethic. They know they show up, and they often compliment me on how successful they are in their workforce. Do you have any success stories involving ex-offenders finding work in South Carolina?
There's some fabulous stories out there. One of my favorites is a gentleman by the name of Michael, who was in the upstate, and he served his sentence, which was 16 years in one of your facilities. And during the latter part of that time, he was able to take advantage of a manufacturing-related training opportunity. And he spent time being able to learn and demonstrate his ability to perform certain tasks. My understanding is, as he was coming out of that program, he actually had 2 job offers before he ever left. And he was able, following that, to connect up with our SC Work Centers. And they helped him prepare a resume, they helped him with some additional training, and they helped introduce him to potential employers. The one that he was hired by was Spartanburg Steel. And he went from having served all that time to now at Spartanburg Steel. He quickly got a promotion, got raises, and then he was back on the path of what he wanted to achieve in his life, which included, among other things, being able to buy a BMW. So that was big for him. And it also gives him the opportunity to reconnect with other loved ones and really get his life back in order. So it's a tremendous success story.
Establishing those relationships, not only in the workforce, but with family, is so important to returning because people need that support system. I'll say that our partnership is one of the first in the country. When this started almost a decade ago now, no one else had this workforce development agency inside of a prison. So it's something South Carolina should be proud of. How does SCDEW help the formerly incarcerated reenter the workforce?
There are several programs that we administer. All of them are designed to make the formerly incarcerated individuals more attractive candidates for the employers who really need their help. One, for example, is a tax credit. We call it WOTC. And so an employer who hires one of these individuals will have financial benefit for doing so. Another, and this one I think is particularly unique, is a bonding opportunity. And so these individuals will come out with a federally funded bond so that their new employer might be more willing to give them that try as they re-enter the workforce. So that those two things are great opportunities. There's also WIOA, another federal law that really helps bridge the gap, overcome barriers to someone re-entering the workforce like this, that can provide them financial assistance, training, and other opportunities that will really make a difference for them.
A lot of the employers I've spoken to over the years are really excited about the training credits and opportunities that they have of hiring these folks and training them, and they get the benefit of that through tax breaks and things of that nature.
And one of the exciting things that we're able to do between our agencies is really collaborate within his agency, involving our agency to connect up the formerly incarcerated individuals with employers. So we are going into some of the institutions, both physically as well as virtually, helping to prepare resumes and do mock interviews. And we're even going to get to the point we'll have virtual job fairs that will be available so that someone who's leaving will have a job waiting for him or her as they get out.
It's truly a great partnership between both agencies.